First of all, welcome to the channel and thank you for stopping by. If there's one thing I truly appreciate about my YouTube hobby is that it has given me the opportunity to talk to hear from, to have conversations with other people, ones that I am perhaps going to have the opportunity to get to see and get to ride with. But in most cases, these are people that are too far away for me to go and ride with, or they simply don't want to ride with me. And I can't say I blame them. But I do get to benefit from the fact that you kind folks watch the videos, and especially I benefit from you kind folks commenting on the videos. And I always make an active effort to respond to those comments. Now, in my defense, the YouTube comment system is terrible. It used to be that you would get a notification and it would be very easy to respond to comments, but I don't get those anymore. They don't come in email. I have to go to the page. And even when I go to the page, some of them are not there. And by some, I mean hundreds. I will literally log into my YouTube studio and say, hey, I'm all caught up. Everything is fine. And then I'll log in the next day and I have 100 messages from videos that were released 6 months ago. And for some reason, YouTube decided 6 months later was a great time to address those messages. So I've made an effort now to go in there, dig into the videos and try to respond when I can. I also, towards the spring, made an effort to have lives every week where I could try to catch up on some of the comments. Well, right now, doing lives is not exactly ideal simply because it's busy for me. It's a busy season, and I don't know when I'll be able to do it. So, what I'm doing now is at odd times of the day, I'm going to make an effort to address these on camera. And the reason for that is you took the time to watch my video. Awesome. Great. Thank you. But then you took the time to comment, which is way above and beyond what anyone can expect when we turn a camera on ourselves and put it on the internet. So I do like to take actual time and respond to you in person, so to speak, on camera when I can. And that's what we're going to do right here. So please bear with me. This video will not be for everyone, as it is for people that comment or that like to hear from folks like themselves who have watched my videos. So let's go. Our first comment is from Greg Mal 80, and Greg is commenting on my video, Lemon, a KTM 790 adventure story. The problem isn't the camshafts, it's the low pressure in the lubrication system. It simply doesn't lubricate the camshafts with sufficient oil pressure. For example, the Tenere at 5,000 RPMs has an oil pressure of 4 bar. The KTM is only 2. Those who say they do not have problems with the camshafts most likely ride the bike aggressively and quickly, and the oil pump works better. That is the prevailing theory. Greg is correct that when people look at the pressure, it seems low for the bike. So when we're warming the bike up or riding the bike at low speed, the cams are not getting, it appears, sufficient coverage, sufficient lubrication. That's not to say that it's the only reason. There are theories for the metal. There are theories that it simply cannot lubricate it well. Whatever the reason, it's very, very unfortunate. Greg, I appreciate your commenting. I have read that before, and I agree with you. Of all the theories I've read, all the theories that have been explained to me, I agree with you. The lack of lubrication at low speed seems to be consistent. Next is a nice short comment from the folks over at Nelson Rig. That might be Kyle. This is on my 790 Adventure Farkle video. Good machine, Frank. Good machine. I'm not sure it's a good machine. Now, the KTM 790 Adventure is a great machine to ride, but I'm not sure it's a good machine overall, because when you're not riding it, you're worried about it. Okay, back to the 790 adventure video. We got Doc 650. Doc just bought a V-Strom 800. Congratulations, Doc. The man now owns two V-Stroms, a Suzuki DR 650, and for some reason, despite him being a man of a certain age, he bought a Beta, but he's still with us, so I guess he's riding the Beta okay. Doc 650, excellent job on the mods. I hope the 790 keeps going. Then we've got Dave, Verbal Widget, responding to him. Dangerous Doc 800. How the heck are you? Welcome to the middleweight motor class. And Doc's response that he's loving that 800 so far. Just have to break it in. Now, Doc, William, I do have the bike exactly where I want it, and it is my forever bike. I refuse to take down the Facebook Marketplace ad because of how funny the offers are. The most recent offer was a boat with a motor that may need a little work next summer. So I think we're pretty much getting to the point where in about a year, I'm going to have to offer to pay people to take the bike because we started at $5,000. We dropped to $3,500. And now we're getting random offerings of things people want to clear out of their yard. So thanks, KTM. All right. We've got Verbal Widget on that same video. KTM 790, Frank's Folly. All good additions to the bike I do are like the smaller box on the back. I never thought I'd like a trunk, but I use the rear box on my T7 as a helmet jacket locker at work for miscellaneous items when I'm out, etc. Don't put the heavy items up high. The 790 is great. I think it's a keeper now. All right. Well, Dave, yeah, it's a keeper. Well, we've talked about that enough, and I'm a little sad, so we'll stop. Dave here is referring to the orange box I put on the back of all my adventure bikes. Now, he mentions that he's using a top box, and he's careful not to stack things up high. And I failed at that. I did have a tall box on my KLR 650, and I did have a tall aluminum box, you know, the standard 40 liter. For a while on the 390, and I found that I just kept stacking up as I went, and eventually I just ended up with 10 liters of what I needed, another 20 liters of what I could use, and then junk at the top. So if you are Dave and you have some self-control, great, use a top box. For those of us that have limitations and we're just going to keep stacking, I can't recommend the Harbor Freight boxes enough. They come with all the padding you'd find in a Pelican case. They're lockable, but they're low profile to keep you from going crazy. Okay, fully farkled again. We have OX Snowdog. He's got the same box. I ran power to it so I could put the USB battery and charger. Now, Ox Snowdog has an excellent idea, and I've thought about doing that myself, but I haven't gotten around to it because I do have a good system of charging in my Nelson Rig tank bag. But they make waterproof SAE connectors that you put on a box, so you can run it right off your battery, right into the back of your box and charge. Great idea, Snowdog. Okay, Swabby G on my I don't like to ride at night video. Love nighttime rides, no traffic, and can hammer down. All right, Swabby. Number one, you're insane. Swabby or Dave is a buddy who was with us at Timfest a couple of years ago, woke up in the morning and rode home to West Virginia. And when I mean rode home, I mean he woke up, got on his bike, and rode to West Virginia, stopping for fuel along the way. Dave, most of us don't like to ride at night. I got a lot of comments on this video, and you're not normal, buddy, but you already knew that. All right. Next, we are looking at a couple of friends commenting on the Farkled one. J. Pauly 2008, isn't it time to start calling her Lemonade? No, Dave, or sorry, no, John. Can't call her Lemonade. Lemonade is sweet. This bike is not sweet. Doc likes that name. Verbal Widget is asking, hey, John, do you like that new 390 Adventure R? I had a video come out recently where I showed I was able to ride John's brand new 390 R. Had a great time on it. It is November 5th, and John is starting to farkle that now. Okay, next comment is from Obi-Wan, Dane, everybody's favorite. If you're a YouTuber, you know Dane. Dane supports you. Frank, good mods. You're going to have to rename her now. I don't think Lemon applies anymore. Obi-Wan, I wish Lemon didn't apply. However, while the bike has been pretty good, knock on wood substitute, it's a KTM 790. We are between problems. I hope that there is a vast area between problems, but I think Lemon is still going to apply. Sure, there'll be a video in the next 6 months of as the thumbnail because Lemon did something to me. Now, if Obi-Wan is the #1 supporter of everyone's channel, Rob Parallel Camper is next. Fabulous Farkle family of editions, all good editions. Thanks, Rob. I appreciate it. My bikes aren't as pretty as yours, so I need to Farkle them up to, raise that visual prettiness a bit. Ride with Abdullah, I appreciate you stopping by. He is commenting on my Mongar 2 tent review. This is a review I did of the tent after using it for a couple of months. And I tried to be completely fair, but in the area I was using it, in the time of year I was using it, the Mongar 2 was not a great tent. But if you take a look at that video, it got plenty of comments from people that were explaining the type of year to use the tent and how they use the tent. And many people find it to be a great tent. For me, it was fall, it was rainy, it was cold. It wasn't right for me. I'm not seeing anything like this on the Ibex 800. That is in reference to the 790 being a Lemon. The Ibex 800 uses the same engine with some minor modifications. He wonders if anyone has heard of this problem happening with the CF Moto version. Neil, I think you're good. Right now, and I look regularly, we have seen a few people complaining about their Cove. We've seen people complaining about the brand new 890s and the brand new Husqvarnas. I have yet to see anyone say that the CF Moto has had a problem. So perhaps whatever they did to the top end of the engine, and that both they and Cove, CF Moto and Cove, claim to have made adjustments and changes. So you might be lucky, man. I really hope you are. Okay, next one is I got a Duke 390 and an aftermarket exhaust. Oh, sounds terrible. The original sound is bad, but at least it's not loud. This is from Clam 741. And this is one of my really old videos where I put a slip-on the bike. And I can't say he's wrong. Nothing you do will make a 390 Adventure sound good. The engine doesn't sound good on its own. The stock exhaust does not sound good. And even the guys that have put expensive exhausts on them, it never sounds good. Now, since this video, I did get dissatisfied with the sound of the inexpensive slip-on that I put on. I went with a full Delcovic exhaust. And what I found with that was it still doesn't sound good, but it sounds better. It's not that loud. It's honestly not a whole lot louder than the stock exhaust. It does sound better. No one is ever going to hear me pull up and go, great sound, buddy, but it sounds better. So he's not wrong. You can't make the bike sound good. If you've got a 390 engine that goes from 2013 to the latest and greatest 390 Adventure R, the motor sounds bad. There's just not a lot you can do with it with the exhaust. All right. Let me know if this works at all. I'm hoping it does because, again, I want to take the time to respond to people's comments with my own time. I don't want to just, write something quickly and move along. So if you stuck around, I really do appreciate it, and take care.